Hi and welcome to C++ if statement. In this very tutorial I'll just be demonstrating how the if statement works, but right here up here I've actually included the following library, which is the input and output library, and I've also entered my using namespace std. The next thing I'll do is just to declare my main, and after the main then declare my variables, which is double, and I have x in there. I've declared y, and the pi equals the following. If you notice, I've entered my semicolon there. Now I've also declared I as an integer. Okay, now in my cout I've entered the following. So I'm actually asking the end user to enter an integer. So let me ask that to be entered on a new line. So this sign \n actually means new line. So we close that with a speech statement. The next thing is enter a cin. With a cin, we will be able to enter data. Whatever data we enter, whatever number we enter in here will be stored inside I, which is declared up here, or that is declared up there. So I will now use my if statement to carry out the following comparison. So I'll say I equals 0, and make sure you have your curly bracket in there. You might as well close that if you want, and just so that you avoid any mistake. Then I'll say x equals pi. Make sure you have your column in there as well, and y, the y that is declared up here, x is also declared up there. I'm now assigning values to them. So I'll say y equals 3.0 multiply. Let's multiply that by pi. Okay, now that is my first condition. So if I equals 0, x equals pi, and y equals 3.0 multiplied by pi. That's the first condition. Else, I'm also going to enter my else statement in a curly bracket right there. So else, let's say else if I equals 1. So if I equals 1, let's get that in position. Let me take this off, sorry about that. Else if I equals 1, okay, and what will happen in this case is x equals 3.0, multiply that by pi, enter your semicolon there. Now y equals 0.0, another semicolon. Now we now enter an else right here, else. So call the bracket there, x equals 0.0. okay, else y equals 0.0. But make sure we enter our semicolon right there. And what the next thing I would do right here is to make sure my curly bracket is closed. Now the statement that I intend to output will be cout in x in the speech mark equals x enter the value of x right there, then y equals, enter the speech mark, and enter the value of y right there. Okay, the whole idea is just for us to understand how the if statement works much better. Okay, let's get that sorted. That's supposed to be return 0, and I will then end my program. But there's something I've left out here, which is and that is supposed to be the system out. Let me enter the system out. Without the system out in C++, the program will just flash right in front of your eye, and you would not see anything. So with system out, that's what you get. So let me also change the color right here. Up here, I'm going to change the color. So let's change the color to something a little brighter. So maybe I'll go for something like let's say maybe B and 6. So the next thing is just to compile and run this program and see the output. So just before compiling and running this program, let me show you, I'm going to show you guys the whole program so that you can see the layout of an if statement. So that is it right there. Maybe I should minimize reduce the font size so that you can see everything properly. Let's take it to about 12. Yeah, that's fine. Good. You can see the whole codes right now. So I'm going to just compile and run the program. So just compile and run. Oh, we have an error here. You can see the semicolon is missing, so you should be careful when you are programming in C++ with regards to little errors. Okay, we have another error, so I think what's happening is I was meant to move this. Alright, that's fixed now. Let's run the system again. There. Let me increase the property of the font. Yep, that's good. Let's make it 20 or maybe 20, that's fine. Yeah, you can see the background is sky blue and the font is something greenish. So let's enter a value there. So what will happen is x becomes 0 and y becomes 0. Press enter. Why do we have that answer? If you look at this if statement, it actually says if I equals 0 and x equals pi. Look at the value of pi right there. That's supposed to be 3.142. okay, so let's run it again since I've corrected the value of the pi. So I will enter whatever there. The answer is still the same thing. Okay, now let's have another look using the if statements. So if I equals 0, x equals pi, y equals 3.0 multiplied by pi, else I equals 1, x equals 3.0, y equals that. So let's give the value 0 and see what will happen. 0. Now you see that, guys? So only if the value is 0, x will become 3.14 and y will become 9.426. That is how you put together an if statement in C++. So I'm just going to call this the end of this tutorial, and bye for now.